Well, hello there, friends and family. We're here today. We're out here by the old raised bed. This is that old raised bed that I reclaimed the third week of August last year. Got it back uncovered from all the brush and weeds and everything. And then we rebuilt it with some timbers we had off the old timber pile from what was the north side timber fence. And we planted it last September. I think it was around the first week of September. And some fall crops. We had 3 different types of lettuces. We had radishes, bunching onions, and we had a very wide row of carrots. All of which we harvested and ate throughout the winter. But it's become time to do something with it. And what we did, came out here late yesterday afternoon, after the sun sort of went past this section of our property, and we started forking it up. So let me show you. So what we did, went and got our garden fork. It's right here. You can see it. It's got 4 tines. And what we did with this, we drove it in, or kicked it in, as far as we could get it. And then we pulled back on it to lift up the soil. Like that. To help break up that soil. And then we'd kick it in again and twist it. Here again, all we're trying to do is break up that soil that got compacted so hard over the fall and winter and spring. And even though this bed hasn't been walked on, the soil did get compacted. If you've ever been out in a deep south rainstorm, you can understand just how hard the rain can hit the ground, because it can hit you hard enough to sting you. So over time, whether you walk on the soil or not, it's going to get compacted. So, wanted to get it all loosened back up, get it ready for midsummer, early fall planting. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to add another timber to it. And that's where we're going to start today. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 93 degrees with 105 heat index. We're going to be taking it slow. But yesterday, before I got over here forking up this and raking all any roots out of it, we'd went over there and unstacked the old timber pile and found us a few usable timbers that we can use over here today. So that's where we're at right now. We went ahead and got our chainsaw. It's an electric. It's a Works. And for us, it works quite well. I've always had gas, but always had problems with sitting up, having to clean out the carbs, getting them started. But this 14-inch electric goes every time I pull the trigger. Works just fine for around here. So we're going to take that, bring over some of the timbers, cut them, get them screwed into place, and we'll come back, show you where we're at. So there we have it, as you saw. We went ahead and cut 4 timbers, put them in place, and that's going to add some depth to this bed. It's going to add about another 5 inches overall, maybe even 6, because now we can fill it up all the way to the top of that second timber. The next step, go get a drill, get some decking screws, and get these timbers fastened, and we'll return. Well, we hit us a little snag. See, we wanted to get these timbers screwed into the second layer of timbers. That way we can continue on, go get our soil that's in our Ford Focus, aka urban truck right now, and get this bed filled in. That way we could water it in and let it settle overnight. That way in the morning I could see if how far it settled, see if I need to go get some more soil. But when I went to the shop, I couldn't find any 6-inch deck screws. All I could find was 3-inch. Now that's poor planning, because I thought I had some 6-inch screws left. And that's what happens when you think and you don't verify. But I'm not going to let that stop me for tonight, because 6-inch screws aren't available in my little small town, and I'd have to order them offline, and they won't be here till Saturday. So let me show you what I'm going to do for now, so I can get this bed filled up for tonight. So like I said, all I could find is 3-inch screws, and that's not going to be long enough. So like I said, all I could find is 3-inch screws, and they're not going to be long enough, and I'm going to show you why. Here's a section of the timber we cut off, and here's the 3-inch screw. And you can see it won't even go all the way through this timber. So that won't work. But we do have a solution. Let me show you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a 5/16 drill, and we're going to drill down halfway through the timber that we just placed on top of this bed. And that'll give us a pallet hole where we can go ahead and set the screw in it and drive it down into the timber below it 1.5 inches. That's not ideal, but it'll hold it till the 6-inch screws come Saturday. So let's start doing that and get these timbers secured in place so we can get to filling this bed. Okay, we've drilled the pilot hole with a 5/16 drill. Take that out, stick it in our pocket. Gonna put our driver bit in. We're gonna pop some screws in these timbers to hold them for tonight, or well, till Saturday, when the new ones come. Yeah, that got it. Okay, y'all, that got that top set of timbers fastened temporarily till the 6-inch screws get in this Saturday. So now we can proceed, pick up what we've been using so far, because it looks like we might get rain. If it doesn't rain, we're going to back the focus around, unload the soil, and start filling up this bed. Okay, we opened up the deer fencing, one section of it here, and we've backed up our urban farm truck, aka Ford Focus. And I love this little car. I don't know what I'd do. I guess I'd have to get my truck run. What I like about the car is back seat folds down. You carry stuff in here 8 foot long. And it's carried a lot over the last year or so. You can see we've got the trunk all full of garden soil, humus and manure that we picked up on sale, 50% off over at Tractor Supply Company. Now I will say this, if you think you'll need some garden soil, compost, or humus and manure for next year, now's the time to buy it. After the 4th, they highly discount it. And the same way with Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever. Check it out. If you're going to be needing some for next year. So we're going to get this loaded up in the wheelbarrow, take it over by that raised bed. Okay, y'all. We unloaded our little Ford Focus urban farm truck. And what we got here is we got 2 bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil. These are 1.5 cubic bags. We got 4 bags of the Scott's Premium Humus Manure. That's going to add humus and organic matter to the bed. We got 2/3 of a bag left over of some raised bed soil from Miracle-Gro. And then we have 2 of these Expert Gardener organic expanded soil concentrated pot mix. Now what this actually is, and we'll let you see right there, it's 100% coconut core, which is coconut husk that have been ground up. It's real good at absorbing and moisture, maintaining it in your soil. It also can act as a sterile potting mix. So we're going to have to wet them down and let them expand. But between all of this, we're hoping we have enough to get that soil level up close to the top. If we don't, we'll have to go tomorrow morning and get some more, because I really want to get this filled up to the very top level. And what we've got to do is we've got to raise that soil level up, right at about 4 3/4 inches, maybe 5 inches. So I'm not sure if this will do it, but if it don't, there's always more for sale. So I'm going to start breaking open one of those coconut core blocks and hit it with some water, start letting it expand. And I'll bring you back then. Well, all, I think we've hit the last snag for tonight. And here again, this is where I thought something and I didn't know. Now let me show you. Now over here, we went ahead and put in those 2 blocks of expandable soil mix, and like I told you, that's 100% coconut core, which is ground up coconut husk. And it's just amazing stuff. It'll soak up water and retain moisture in your soil. Now I've used it before in pot mixes, in containers. I never have bought it in those compressed blocks. I've always bought it in bags. And it was loose. Let me tell you, it is some more kind of compressed in those blocks. And this hasn't yet all broken apart and expanded. And you can see the wheelbarrow starting to fill right up. And this is a large construction wheelbarrow, not your small little home or garden. And we've been trying to break this up for about the last hour. It's not finished yet, and it's starting to get dark. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to cover this on up for tonight. I've already wet it down, soaked it real good, got water standing in the wheelbarrow. I want to cover it with a tarp. It's extremely humid outside. It's got enough water in the wheelbarrow to continue expanding and breaking apart. And we got Tropical Storm Barry coming up from the Gulf. And I'm only 2 hours away. So it's not a hurricane, but it's a strong tropical storm. So I'm going to call it for tonight. It's, like I said, getting dark. Mosquitoes are out, biting me everywhere. And we'll just have to make this a 2-part video. And we'll come back when we can. And we'll go through mixing up our soil mix, getting this raised bed filled. Until next time, folks, y'all take care out there. Stay safe, and God bless each and every one of you. Goodbye for now. I surely hate it when a project just doesn't come together like the way I want it. Well, you know what they say about the best plans of mice and men. We're going to take it on in the house. We've had enough for this day. Later, all.